Welcome back to World Decoder, where we explore the most advanced military technologies shaping our modern global security landscape today. In discussions about modern air defense, the S-400 Triumph and S-500 Prometheus are always mentioned as the absolute gold standard. However, we must stop viewing these marvels merely as simple missile launchers, waiting for enemy aircraft to enter their range. Instead, we should look at them through the perspective of a highly complex and integrated sky management and governance system. The S-400 Triumph represents the ultimate philosophy of layered defense, creating an impenetrable shield across multiple altitudes and varying distances. Rather than relying on a single missile type, this sophisticated system is carefully designed to integrate various specialized interceptor munitions. From short range to medium and incredibly long distances, each specific ammunition type is optimized perfectly for a unique target. Let us examine massive long-range missiles like the 40N6, which are built specifically to handle high-value aerial assets. These heavy interceptors are designed to eliminate airborne early warning and control systems, commonly known as AWACS, from extreme distances. They also target aerial refueling tankers, effectively destroying the logistical support network that enemy fighter jets desperately need to operate. Meanwhile, the highly maneuverable short-range interceptors, such as the 9M96 series, are deployed to handle entirely different aerial threats. These smaller missiles specialize in intercepting low-flying cruise missiles and highly agile combat aircraft attempting to penetrate the shield. The true magic of this system lies deep within its advanced fire control and combat management computer networks and algorithms. This central brain can simultaneously manage dozens of incoming targets while actively guiding hundreds of defensive missiles toward their marks. The result is a remarkably dense and unforgiving net of defensive fire that leaves absolutely no blind spots for enemies. Every single radar sweep gathers massive amounts of telemetry data, feeding it directly into the central processing unit in milliseconds. Commanders sitting in control vehicles are presented with a comprehensive three-dimensional holographic overview of the entire dynamic battle space. This situational awareness allows them to prioritize the most dangerous threats and allocate appropriate defensive resources with maximum operational efficiency. But modern warfare is constantly evolving, and the threats of tomorrow require entirely new paradigms in strategic aerial defense technology. If the S-400 serves as a multi-role shield, then the S-500 Prometheus represents a monumental technological leap into space. The S-500 is specifically engineered to intercept targets at extreme altitudes, reaching areas where traditional aerodynamic control surfaces become useless. We are talking about the cold vacuum of the upper atmosphere, where intercontinental ballistic missiles travel at terrifying hypersonic velocities. Defending against an ICBM is fundamentally different from shooting down a fighter jet or a subsonic cruise missile in flight. Traditional anti-aircraft missiles use proximity fuses and explosive fragmentation warheads to shred their targets with a cloud of shrapnel. However, against a heavily armored nuclear warhead traveling at Mach 20, a simple fragmentation blast might not be completely effective. This is where the S-500 introduces a revolutionary difference in interception methodology through the implementation of kinetic kill vehicle technology. Instead of relying on explosive power, the S-500 focuses entirely on achieving a direct physical collision at incredibly high speeds. The interceptor must strike the incoming warhead with pinpoint accuracy, using sheer kinetic energy to vaporize the threat upon impact. Imagine trying to hit a speeding bullet with another speeding bullet while both are traveling through the darkness of space. This requires tracking radars with unprecedented resolution and processing power, calculating complex orbital mechanics in mere fractions of a second. Furthermore, the Prometheus system is designed to tackle the newest nightmare of military planners worldwide, the deadly hypersonic glide vehicle. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles following predictable parabolic trajectories, hypersonic gliders can maneuver aggressively while traveling at mind-bending atmospheric speeds. To counter this, S-500 interceptors must possess extraordinary agility and reaction times to adjust interception vectors at the last moment. The engineering required to build a missile capable of surviving extreme aerodynamic stress and thermal heating is truly a marvel. But the most critical aspect of this entire defense network does not lie in the missiles themselves, but in connectivity. Both the S-400 and S-500 systems are fully capable of sharing real-time target data with each other across networks. They also integrate seamlessly with massive early warning radar stations, such as the formidable Voronezh complexes scattered across the continent. These massive over-the-horizon radars can detect incoming ballistic launches from thousands of kilometers away, providing crucial early warnings. This unprecedented level of integration creates what military strategists call a seamless and highly automated kill chain across the battlefield. The process begins when long-range strategic radars detect a thermal bloom or radar signature from a distant enemy launch. Within milliseconds, the system calculates the preliminary trajectory and securely transmits these precise coordinates to the regional air defense headquarters. The automated command system instantly analyzes the threat profile, determining its speed, altitude, projected impact point, and potential destructive payload. It then autonomously selects the most appropriate missile battery and the exact type of interceptor required to neutralize the threat. This is not the isolated confrontation of a single launcher against a single target, but a synchronized symphony of technology. It is the flawless coordination of a unified battlefield information system where every single node works together in perfect harmony. In this high-stakes environment, human reflexes are simply too slow to make the necessary calculations and execute firing commands. Therefore, artificial intelligence and advanced algorithms play a crucial role in managing the engagement sequence from detection to final destruction. Every millisecond is meticulously calculated to ensure the highest possible interception efficiency against multiple simultaneous threats arriving from different vectors. The S-400 handles the lower and middle tiers of the atmosphere, sweeping the skies clear of enemy fighters and bombers. Meanwhile, the S-500 stands guard at the edge of space, watching for the apocalyptic threat of nuclear-armed re-entry vehicles. Together, they form a multi-layered umbrella of protection that redefines the fundamental concepts of strategic deterrence in modern warfare. To truly appreciate this engineering triumph, one must understand the sheer physical scale of the radar arrays supporting these systems. The acquisition radars emit massive pulses of electromagnetic energy, illuminating the sky and cutting through sophisticated electronic warfare jamming attempts. Enemy stealth aircraft designed to absorb radar waves find their advantages significantly reduced when facing these powerful multi-band sensors. The system employs different radar frequencies simultaneously, making it incredibly difficult for any modern stealth fighter to remain completely invisible. Once a stealth target is detected by low-frequency acquisition radars, high-frequency engagement radars take over to guide missiles. This tag-team approach between different radar units ensures that a target lock is maintained under severe electronic countermeasure conditions. The mobility of these systems is another critical factor that makes them incredibly resilient against preemptive enemy strike missions today. Both the S-400 and S-500 are mounted on heavy all-terrain vehicles, allowing them to relocate quickly after firing weapons. This shoot-and-scoot capability ensures enemy anti-radiation missiles cannot easily lock onto their radar missions and destroy them. Within minutes of launching an interceptor, the entire battery can pack up and disappear into a nearby forest or valley. They can then set up in a new location, re-establish their network connections, and resume their deadly watch over skies. The logistics behind supplying these mobile batteries with massive interceptor missiles is a monumental task handled by specialized transport vehicles. Reloading a launcher in the field requires precision engineering as massive cranes carefully align the heavy missile canisters into place. This ensures that the defensive shield can be replenished rapidly during a prolonged conflict, maintaining continuous pressure on attacking forces. The training required to operate these complex systems is incredibly rigorous, demanding years of study in physics, mathematics, and engineering. Operators run countless simulated engagement scenarios, practicing their responses to massive swarm attacks involving hundreds of drones and cruise missiles. They must learn to trust the automated systems while retaining the ability to intervene manually if the tactical situation demands. Integrating artificial intelligence into the decision-making loop is constantly being refined to handle the increasing speed of modern warfare. As hypersonic weapons become more prevalent, the window of opportunity to detect, track, and intercept a target shrinks to seconds. The S-500 powerful computers must predict the erratic flight path of a hypersonic glider and launch the interceptor blindly forward. The interceptor flies to a calculated point in space, activating its own onboard seekers only during the final terminal phase. This reduces the warning time given to the incoming threat, increasing the probability of a successful kinetic kill upon impact. The kinetic kill vehicle itself is a masterpiece of miniaturization, packed with hypersensitive infrared sensors and directional steering thrusters. In the final moments before impact, these thrusters fire in rapid bursts, violently shifting the interceptor into the target path. The resulting collision releases an enormous amount of energy, completely vaporizing both the interceptor and the incoming nuclear warhead instantly. This spectacular clash of titans high above the Earth's surface ensures that no radioactive debris falls onto the defended cities. The synergy between the S-400 and S-500 creates a defensive ecosystem that is greater than the sum of its parts. By sharing the processing load, the network can allocate its computing power dynamically based on the current threat level severity. If an S-400 battery radar is destroyed, an S-500 battery nearby can instantly take over guidance for its airborne missiles. This redundancy ensures that the defensive shield remains intact, even if several critical nodes are neutralized by enemy strike packages. The architecture of this network is highly modular, allowing for continuous hardware and software upgrades as new technologies become available. Future iterations may include directed energy weapons or advanced drone swarms integrated directly into the centralized air defense management grid. The evolution of air defense systems reflects a continuous arms race between offensive strike capabilities and highly advanced defensive shields. Every time a new offensive weapon is developed, a corresponding defensive countermeasure is engineered to restore the strategic military balance. The S-400 and S-500 represent the current pinnacle of this ongoing technological struggle. Pushing the boundaries of physics and computing, they stand as silent sentinels, watching over the skies with an array of sensors that can pierce through darkest storms. Their very existence alters the strategic calculus of military planners, forcing them to reconsider the viability of traditional aerial campaigns. Penetrating such a dense and intelligent defensive network would require overwhelming numbers and a highly coordinated electronic warfare assault strategy. Even then, the automated kill chain is designed to exact a devastating toll on any force attempting to breach it. In conclusion, the S-400 and S-500 are far more than just impressive collections of radar dishes and missile launch tubes. They are the physical manifestations of a comprehensive strategic doctrine prioritizing absolute dominance over the entire aerospace military combat domain. From the lowest valleys to the cold expanse of low Earth orbit, this integrated network provides an unprecedented protective umbrella. It is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of security in an increasingly dangerous and unpredictable world. The sky is no longer just an empty void, but a highly monitored and actively managed digital battlefield of tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating mechanics of modern, multi-layered strategic defense systems. Be sure to subscribe to World Decoder for more incredible explorations of the technologies shaping our world. And goodbye now.